Hey guys, today we are taking a look at 4 different ways to set a post in your backyard and for a deck or a fence build, okay? First of all, we got regular concrete mix. Then we've got the new Sitka Post Fix. It's a expansion foam. Then we've got dry pour concrete, rapid post. And then we got this one. This is a DIY helical pipe. We're gonna install all 4 of these. And then we're gonna perform a variety of crazy tests, including using my truck to try to see how strong they are and which one might be the best fit for you. So first of all, I've got to do this helical pile. Now I actually built a deck with these helical piles many years ago, and it worked out great. Just takes a while. The secret is to get that blade underneath the grass. There we go. Once you get going, it gets a little bit easier. You just stick the 2x4 out here and you just walk it around. Kind of reminds you of like the 12th century, and they got the horse running in circles to grind the mill flour, right? All right. Well, this is going to take about 10 minutes to post. While I'm busy driving in circles, Matt's going to mix a couple bags of concrete over here. Remember, you get an auger and dig about 4 feet down, 8-inch wide hole for a 4x4 post. Takes about 2 bags of concrete for every post you want to set. That requires 5.5 liters of water, so make sure you get a pail that has the measurements on it. A helical pile is a great option when you're needing structure. But if you don't have the ability to get the helical pile machine in your backyard, this is the only option you got left. I'm gonna hold this somewhat straight up here for you. Go ahead. Nice. You're good. Okay, I'm halfway through my helical pile now. Matt's already pouring concrete. Here we go, guys. Now the Sitka foam, it's a 2-part foam. So what you do is you start at the top and you roll down the bag to create pressure, and the seam that's in between the 2 components will break open and the mixture will mix together. You got about 15 to 20 seconds on a warm day to then cut your bag and pour all the foam out before it starts to expand. And the bag gets really hot.
Yep.
So now you know. Roll, explode, mix over the leg, cut, pour. Lightning fast. So, here we go. And there it goes. That's all you need. You got it. There we are. Now on a colder day, you have a little bit more time. Here we go, nice and low. We don't want it all over the post. And there's the goo. Alrighty. 1 bag per hole. So that's 25 bucks. 2 bags of concrete runs you around 15. Keep an idea. Here we go. I'm just going to hold this still. It starts to activate and foam up. Now this will satisfy the rating for the point load for almost any deck structure point load post. Here we are. I'm liking this. Now, rapid post. They have instructions, and I don't follow them. I cheat. I always put a little water in the hole first.
Okay.
Because it's trying to absorb the water until it's cured, right? So if you throw a little down there to get started, then it can harden from the bottom up and the top down.
Smart.
Okay?
Yeah.
Just has an easy open valve. Pour the whole bag in there. That silica dust is dangerous, so try not to suck too much of that up. The higher you pour from, the more dust you're going to get.
The whole bag?
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Don't you have to put a post in first?
Oh, shoot.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We're wrecking the test.
Uh-oh. Sounded like it went in.
Yeah, that's close enough for us.
Okay.
That's, having the water in there actually turn that into wet cement. It's a pretty handy deal. All right, so what we're gonna need, the rest of that water, just throw it in. Okay. We could do another half a bag though, couldn't we? I think we should, because we're probably started a little higher.
Okay.
So let's get another 1.5 liters of water and another half a bag. The directions state that for this particular product, you should cover it in a garbage bag while it's curing. Okay, so the water doesn't evaporate. Not a bad idea, because we have the mix perfect, because we're using a measuring bucket, right? This stuff, after 1 week, the compressive strength is 1,000 pounds. And that's how much load it carries. There you go. There you go. You can stop there. Look at that water. That'll be, really? You're gonna use our drinking water? You're gonna use 3 of them?
Yep.
All right, so anyway, we've got 3 tests going on here. We've got another test going on over here. This is the camo pedestal. You can cut the grass, throw this on a little bit of stone. This has the same compressive strength as that concrete bag in the ground after a month of curing. And you have the same strength right here in about 5 minutes. To see more about that, we're building a new shed and we just finished the deck series on it. Using these blocks, they're amazing. They're Jeff approved. All right, woo, here we go. That's how you do point load on that. Now the funny thing is that's a 1/2 inch hole, okay? So you can take a drill bit with an auger and you can go through one hole, go 1/2 inch, and you can put a nut and bolt assembly on there. But the strength of this is in tying it together with other structure, okay? Independently, it's not gonna have any vertical strength. But I just wanted to show you that this is an option. If you wanted to get something below the frost line, remember in a lot of code scenarios, if you have to go below the frost line, it's because you're attaching it to the house. And in order to do that, now in Ottawa, the base of your structure has to be wider than the post. So helio-pile works, because the disc is huge, but the rod is small. You can't just dig a hole with an auger for a structural load in Ottawa anymore, because the base has to be wider than the hole. And augers make just one size. So in order to satisfy code now, you've got to actually excavate a backyard to put in the Bigfoot so that the base with the concrete is wider than the concrete sleeve, right? So helio-pile is the way to go. So we already know we're not ripping that out of the ground because the bottom's wider than the post. So this actually wins the ripping out of the ground contest. All right. Let's let these cure. That's already set up. That's set up. That's not set up. That's going to take a long time. All right, we're going to come back on Thursday and then we'll film the rest of this experiment. Okay, guys. Well, you know, I'm not crazy. We're not going to be ripping these out of the ground with the chain and the truck, but we are going to do 2 things now. We're going to check to see how solid they are in the ground, and then we're going to rip them out of the ground and have a look at the bases. I, for one, am really curious when we get over to the quick rapid post set, right? This is called the dry pour concrete. When we get to that and we rip it out of the ground, is it in one piece? Is it solid at the top and the bottom where we had water and the middle is just powder still? I don't know, but I'm really curious to see that. But check this out. This is the regular concrete. And you'll notice it's got a little bit of room to wiggle here. And a lot of that is because we mixed the concrete and we threw it in with a shovel and we didn't have a vibrator to get it to sink down in the ground, right? So there's probably all kinds of little voids. And now here's the foam. Man, it's been a couple weeks since we poured this. The clover's already taken over. But here we go, same thing, right? It's got room in the ground. Here's the dry pour concrete. It's the most solid of them all. Like that one, because it went in powder, there's no voids. So it's the most solid way to go. I'm just curious to see what all this looks like when we rip it out. So we just whipped together a quick experiment. We're using some headlock screws, a couple of 2x4s, and we're gonna grab a farmer's jack and rip these things out of the ground. All right? Ought to be interesting. So there's the answer as to why it's wiggling around. The concrete was thick enough, it didn't get all the way to the bottom of the post.
Huh.
Nifty, eh?
It's pretty cool.
That's really good to know.
I didn't think that was going to work.
Because we had a really good size hole. That's an 8-inch hole for a 4-inch post, and the concrete got bogged down before it made it all the way to the ground. Look at that. That's amazing. Okay.
There you go.
Same thing with the foam, eh? That's foam right there. There's a couple of mud chunks here, but most of that's foam. So it did a much better job of actually filling in at the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's fascinating.
All right.
We got it?
Yeah.
Oh, right? That's work, buddy. That's work. I wasn't wrong. Dude, this is really awesome.
Is it?
I'm loving this.
Something's gonna snap here.
Well, I'm not loving where you got it grabbed because you're on the outside of that corner, but if I was you, I would stand on that 2x8.
Jeez.
Stand on the 2x8 while
I
you're
gotta
doing
put my body weight behind this thing.
Okay, hold on. Now we're catching 2x4 again. Can you come back up? Okay. Okay, go. Something is gonna snap here, man. This is crazy. Keep going.
I get out of the way.
No. It's not gonna snap at me.
It's gonna snap.
Oh, here it comes. It's bringing out like a 3-foot barrel of dirt. This is amazing. Oh. God. It wants to just push it over as well.
I mean, at first
Here it comes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is obvious that this is the way to do it. Keep going. It's not lifting out by itself yet. Okay, now we got it. Okay, now we got it.
Okay.
All right.
Should I wiggle this thing loose?
No. Come on, honey. Oh. That's rapid post for you right there. That is amazing. Okay, rapid post. The regular concrete was like $8.
Okay.
Rapid post was like 10 or 12 for the bag.
So it's more expensive to go with this route?
$6 more per post. And then the foam was $25 a bag.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Which was the one that was most loose in the hole before we had pulled them out?
it was the loosest in the hole,
Yeah.
but at least it got all the way to the bottom.
Wow.
But this is definitely the best way to do it.
There you go.
Let's see how well this product sticks together under pressure. Okay, here we go, guys. Ooh. Okay, 3 good strikes. This will probably just bounce right off. Oh. Okay. I'm really not seeing the $25 value here. And here comes the dry pour. Let's see if it can hold up to a sledgehammer. Oh. Oh. There. And that's why. Folks, this is why you don't use dry pour for concrete slabs, for outdoor patios. You don't do dry pour concrete unless you're putting rebar. The stuff is just going to shatter. Now, you might get away with it down in the south, but in 4-season climate, that's what it's going to look like in the spring after the long winter. 6 times to get that one to go. Well, guys, there you go. Now you've seen it all. You can draw your own conclusions. You can decide if you want to put something in quick and dirty like we did. We built that whole fence in one day because we used the foam. And it made it possible. Remember, this is a overnight dry. This is a 1-hour dry. And this is a 2-hour dry until you can build. For the extra hour, though, I'm going to go rapid post. Cheers till next time.